Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to the greatest week in racing. We today are going to be simulating or attempting to simulate the Indianapolis 500. How well will that go? Who knows? This is in Project Cars 2, so the rosters in here, A, are not completely realistic to even the time that this game was released, and B, this game was released, like 2 or 3 years ago. So let me show you some of the cars that we do have in here. And we're going to kind of, just wing it on this one, honestly. So I'm going to drive this car because there's no real life affiliation here. But I mean, we got Charlie Kimball at the time. We got 25. Nobody's running that car this year, I don't think. Got Sage Karam, 24. We got Will Power, Howard Carpenter, Spencer Piggott, Simon Pagino. No resemblance there. Felix Rosenquist, Scott Dixon. Let's see, who's running the 8th this year? I don't think anybody's running the 8th this year, but Gallagher is the car that sponsors Max Chilton, but he's obviously not in the race. But then we got another car with no affiliation. Buddy Lazier is not in the race this year. We got Helio Castroneves and Joseph Newgarden. That's the Chevy contingent. Then we also have the Honda contingent here. Look at the liveries. We got James Hinchcliffe. We got 7. 7 is Marcus Ericsson this year. Tony Kanaan. Graham Rahal. Zach Veach is the 26. Santino Ferrucci. Sebastian Bourdais. Sebastian Bourdais is in the 18. No 16, I think, this year. 27 is Alexander Rossi. Ryan Hunter-Ray. Is there a 29 this year? I don't think there's a 29 this year. No 35. 88 is Colton Herta. 77 is Oriol Servia. 63 is Ed Jones. 41, don't think there's a 41. And then we got this one, which is Marco Andretti in real life. So we got some options. If they actually put those cars in the race. But we'll select that car. We will do a qualifying session. I need to change this. Actually, no, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. We want to do a 25% race, so it's going to be 50 laps. We do have a mandatory pit stop. Let's not do the formation lap. Weather slots. Yeah, we only want one type of weather. So we'll save that. And I think we are ready to go. We can only have 31 opponents, so we're one short on the field, but that's fine. But let's go off to qualifying. Alright, here we are getting ready for qualifying. We're not getting ready, we are in qualifying. This is our first time lap here. In the Indy car, we do have... I'm going to take these lines off because it's a flat out thing when you're not in the draft. But I feel like the speeds are pretty realistic. It might be a little slower than what we have this year. Yeah, actually quite a lot slower, probably like 5 miles per hour slower in general. But I'm interested to see if I've set the difficulty to a reasonable difficulty. I have it a little higher than I usually do, just for because this is an oval, and ovals versus road courses tend to be a little different for me. Has a lift off a little bit because we are in slipstream with whoever this is. If I get a little closer, I might be able to tell. We're still pretty fast though. That's a little upsetting. I might have to go back and change the difficulty again, but I might not. I mean, realistically, the race will probably be different. This looks like 26, so that's Zach Beach. Paint schemes won't align because it's sponsored, but I'm gonna go with numbers. Numbers, I think, will be the best way to determine. But we have a huge slipstream here, so we're going to even improve on our already really good lap. Get underneath the beach. Gonna lift off just a little bit going into 1. So yeah, I think we're going to be fine on qualifying. We might even end up on pole. But now Beach has the slipstream. But I'm going to return to pit box, and I'm going to just skip to the end of the session here because I feel pretty good about that.
That's it. You have pole position. Now
Yep, pole position.
You're starting on the front row tomorrow.
Alright, let's head off to the race. Alright, here we are getting ready to start the race. This is now attempt number 2 of starting the race. Well, we actually got pretty darn far in the last attempt as well, so let's see if we can maybe have a bit of a smoother start this time. Because last time we didn't do too hot. I got through talking about my predictions and everything, and now I got to talk it all over again. I'm on the front row where it looks like Ed Jones and Graham Rahal. Alright, did not get a good initial launch. That is similar to what happened last time. Now, we just got to be so careful here in turn 1 because the tires are not heated up at all. Hitting the wall, not the end of the world. The tires just need to warm up a bit here. Okay, Helio. Helio just decided to run into the back of me there, and that puts a little gap behind us. Alright, we only fell to 5th this time, so that's a hell of a lot better than what happened last time. Gotta remember, you can't go full throttle when you're in the slipstream, Aaron. Looks like Rosenquist is caught up. It's probably one of the few cars that still has the same sponsor in real life as it does in the game. Alright. Let's just be smart here. We got a little bit of understeer, but that's fine. I just need to get used to being in the slipstream. That's all. But it looks like we're settling into 5th place here. I'd love to catch up to the front 4 here if I can. Just trying to catch a draft if I can. Well, car had clipped the grass a bit, so we might be able to get past him. Who is this? Is this the Fernando Alonso impersonator vehicle? It looks like the Fernando Alonso impersonator vehicle. So him running 4th is clearly not something that's going to happen in real life. This is the last time he was in the Indy 500, which was with Andretti in the 27. At least I'm pretty sure that's the car that's up ahead. Kind of hard to tell just from the back. That was a good corner, lifted off just enough. Try to gain a little time here on Fernando Alonso, as David Land likes to call him. I have the difficulty up, so hopefully this won't be as easy as it probably would have been had I not raised the difficulty. A little bit of oversteer in the corner. Looks like the cars behind us are not catching up, unfortunately. Raise the wall a bit there. Not exactly the best thing to do. This is a long race. I'm not going to deny it isn't. This is a long race. We're doing 25% here just like we did with Monaco. Hope you guys liked that video yesterday of Monaco. Really enjoyed having that 2019 mod on F1 2018. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. We're just running some smooth turns here, trying not to do anything stupid, and maybe being able to catch up to the guys in front. Yep. don't worry about the pressure from behind. The only pressure from behind I want to be worrying about is the pressure I'm going to put on Fernando Alonso up ahead. I'm going to be very sad if that's not who that is up ahead, because I have not gotten close enough to actually see the car. This is my fastest lap, but yet I'm pretty sure we lost time there, but whatever. Whatever. Alright, since we kind of seem to be in a holding pattern here, let's talk about some of my thoughts and predictions for the real-life Indy 500 this year. So we got a couple teams that were really strong in qualifying. We got the Penske's and the Ed Carpenter Racing. And then we had a couple of the Hondas with Andretti up there, but Penske seemed to be the team to beat, along with Ed Carpenter Racing. Do I think that pace will hold into the race? For Penske, yes. Ed Carpenter Racing just never seems to put it together for the race. So I don't know how well they're going to do. Obviously, I would love to see Ed Carpenter finally win his home race, but do I think that's going to happen? I don't know. But I definitely think Penske, the Will Powers, the Joseph Newgarden, even Elio, Simon Pagenaud, those guys I think will be the team to beat. I do think, an Alexander Rossi, a Colton Herta, definitely could contend as well. If Colton can keep his aggressiveness in check and not, wreck the car, I think he can be up there. But, yeah, so I think Penske is going to be the team to beat. I would love to see Simon win the Indy 500, or Joseph Newgarden, that too. Obviously, Will Power got it done last year, and Elio's gotten it done 3 other times, but I would love to see Simon Pagenaud or Joseph Newgarden win. Newgarden does not seem to be as good on speed as the other guys, at least in qualifying trim. Again, qualifying versus race is very different. As far as the Hondas, like I said, a Rossi, a Herta could be up there. Pace is steady. Yeah, trust me, I would love to bring you more, but it's not like I can, hit the DRS button or anything here. At least I'm pretty sure is there push to pass in this game? I'm pretty sure this game's not that realistic, right? I don't even think push to pass was allowed on ovals at that time. I know there were a couple Indy 500s that had push to pass, but that's mainly a road course thing now. I'm pretty sure this game doesn't have it. Again, fastest lap so far, but I really don't feel like I'm catching up to anybody. I mean, we're maintaining a gap. I mean, it's 1.5 seconds in front, and we got about half a second behind. I feel like that's about what it's been this entire time I've been rambling. As far as, the whole Fernando Alonso situation, if any of you have not read the article from the Associated Press by Jenna Fryer, be sure to read that, because that goes into some really good detail about the amount of stupidity that went into McLaren's entry this year. But I'll briefly talk about it a bit. So, Alonso, they had mechanical issues at the test and on the first day of practice. That's to be expected with a new team not having a lot of track time. But then Fernando crashed the car on Wednesday. So, yeah, that's great. The problem is McLaren's only built one of the cars. The team that they were affiliated with for this race, Carlin Racing, built the backup car. And apparently it was sent to them in the wrong shade of orange. Instead of papaya orange, it was like a little bit of darker orange or something. I don't know. I'm colorblind. I couldn't tell the difference when they put the two pictures next to each other. But apparently they were unhappy about that, so when Fernando got in the crash, the car was in the paint booth. They had to get it painted. So, instead of, being able to work on the backup car right away, when Fernando crashed, the car had to be in the paint booth for a half hour, and then, you gotta let the paint dry, and that basically cost him the rest of that day. And then you have an inexperienced team already with low resources as far as, parts. Couple that with, the stupidity of having to, wait an entire day for it to be painted, was just resulted in absolutely stupidity about having to take 2 full days to build a backup car when teams like Smith-Peterson Racing with James Hinchcliffe crashed in qualifying. 2.5 hours later, he was out in the backup car attempting to make it into the field. And then you have McLaren taking 2 days. Even the team they were affiliated with Pato O'Ward, he crashed the day on Thursday, I believe. He crashed on Thursday, and they've managed to get the car back ready to go. The next day, you had June Coast Racing, which is the team that ultimately bumped Fernando. They crashed on Friday. We're qualifying on Saturday, and they had the backup car ready to go on Saturday. It's just unacceptable, honestly. And, Zach Brown can make all the excuses he wants. But ultimately, it was just a failed operation from the start. He was talking about there were 2 days before the Texas test, and he didn't have a steering wheel. Like, how do you forget that important part of a car? That's like forgetting the throttle or the brake. I mean, honestly, at Indy, you could probably not have the brake and still be fine. But that's like forgetting the gas pedal. That's ridiculous. So, it was just, and then, they got bumped into bump day on Sunday. A bunch of teams helped them out. They had a little practice session beforehand, and they were dragging the ground. A lot. What's the reason for this, you may ask? Apparently, I think it was Penske gave them a setup sheet, which is in, the imperial system, what we use here. Inches and feet. But of course, they're a team from England, and they use meters and centimeters. And so they had a hard time translating the setup sheet from the imperial system to the metric system, which resulted in a lost practice session. Like, seriously, how much... I could run a better race team. Give me the funding that McLaren had from a completely decked out sponsorship. You could barely see the orange underneath all the sponsors. Give me that money and I could run a better race team for that. Jesus. It's just ridiculous, the amount of stupidity that went into that. They did not deserve to be in the Indy 500. Fernando Alonso, the only thing he did wrong was wreck the car on Wednesday. And really, that wasn't even that bad of a wreck. He just scraped the wall. If he had probably been a little more aware of the handling of the car, but, I mean, he hadn't been in the car, he might have been able to save it from the second and third wall impact, but I mean, he barely got in the car up to that point anyway. It was just a failed attempt, and it can go down as one of the stupidest moments in the IndyCar history, in my opinion. Granted, I'm not an IndyCar historian. I just started following IndyCar, 5 to 10 years ago, so I'm not a historian by any means necessary. But I mean, that's got to go down in history as one of the stupidest IndyCar events ever to happen. You had a chance for an international audience again to follow an American racing series. In general, you got to, oh my god. This hurts IndyCar as much as it does McLaren, too. It hurts IndyCar just as much. So, it's just stupid. Alright, I want to look here. Can I do anything with my pit settings? No, I don't think so. Okay. The last time I went on the pit road and they just didn't box my car, and I don't know if that would have worked for the mandatory pit stop or not, so who knows. But I will probably be pitting within 5 laps. But again, none of the cars in front of me are pitted, so I don't know if I even have the mandatory pit road setting on. Who knows? I should. I mean, I just restarted the race, not the whole event. But we are losing time drastically. Granted, we did have that little slide in turn 1. I'm going to wait until I see a couple other cars come down. Actually, looks like the car right behind us came down pit road there. Alright, I'm just going to look through the controls real quick to see if there's any like special thing I have to do for pitting. If there's like a limiter or something, I don't know. DRS, that's not. Curse, kinetic energy. Is that in this game? If it is, I need to use it. If that's in this game, I need to use it. I don't feel like it's doing anything. Okay, so there's the request pit stop thing. So I'm gonna have to remember that. Jesus Christ, trying to do this while I'm on the straightaway is a bit difficult, not gonna lie. I'm gonna pit right at lap 25. I think that'll be the best way to do it here. Oh, what did I just do? What is this? This is a new menu. I'm learning all sorts of things about Project Cars 2. Granted, I've barely played this game, considering I rage quit the career mode. What does that do? Oh, that changes what lap I'm being compared to. Okay. Interesting. What does this button do? Nothing. Okay. So I attempted to use the push to pass, but I am pretty sure that is not in this game. Or at least not in this oval race. Alright, so I'm going to request a pit stop. You've got to be kidding me. I want to request a pit stop. No! Wow, that stopped me on a dime. Okay. Yeah, well, we're requesting a pit stop. That was unfortunate. Jesus! Okay, that was unfortunate timing. I'm not going to lie about that. But we're coming in this time. No clue what they're going to do to the car, if anything. Are they going to change tires? Are they going to put fuel in? Who freaking knows? Okay. No, just come on. Let's get on the pit road. Get on the pit road. Ah. Oh, we've messed this up grievously here. Just get on the pit road. Okay.
Traffic ahead, back markers coming up.
Okay, we're on pit road. Well, that went from good to bad in an instant. That went from good to bad almost instantly. Now, who knows what they're going to do on this pit stop? Are they going to fuel my car? Who knows? I mean, they should. I only have, according to this, 8.4 laps of fuel left. Is that my team? Is that where I need to go? Yes, okay. They're giving me tires. Okay, they're also giving me fuel. No, they're not. What are they doing? Okay, there's the fuel. Yep. So they're not giving me tires. They didn't give me tires. Really? Thanks. Thanks, guys. Best pit crew ever, right? Yeah. And now I need to navigate myself off of pit road, which is also going to be an absolute nightmare. Because I have to stay in this lane all the way through turn 2. I need to not spin out like this. Yep, warning for, yeah, don't even talk to me about this right now. Well, this went from, you know, decent to an absolute train wreck almost instantly. And they didn't give me any tires either, which is also upsetting. And I just hit the wall. This is just going great. This is what I get for putting mandatory pit stops on, I guess, but dang it. Oh well. Oh well. Maybe we won't finish last. That's my goal, not finishing last right now. So 2 laps behind the leader. Oh boy. That's kind of sad, actually. Well, at least they gave me fuel. At least they gave me fuel. They didn't give me new tires, which means the rest of this race is going to be a nightmare. But whatever. I'm going to cut out here, and I'll see you guys if anything interesting happens. Oh, here we go again. Okay, at least we pancaked the wall instead of spun out completely. Sorry, whoever you are. Alright, here we are, coming to take 5 laps to go. We've caught up to a back marker, and I actually think the reason he's back there is completely my fault. I'm pretty sure that's the guy I've run into at least 3 times in this race. But, somehow, we have at least 9 other people who have had worse days than me. Because I'm 23rd right now, which is surprising, very surprising. But I mean, we weren't here for me to win this. I mean, I would have loved to have won the race, but we're here for predictions, and hopefully somebody leading that would make a relatively decent prediction. I don't know, because if I look at the pause menu, it doesn't tell me what numbers these guys are. So I have no clue who's leading. But hopefully I can go to the replay and find out later. But if not, then this will all have been a big waste of time! No, 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 save it, get back on track and... Oh my. Land it, land it, land it! I am attempting to reset, but it won't let me. Okay. You know how I was telling you about how people were having a worse day than I was? Well, that, I mean, we're still in the exact same position, so I guess, yeah. Our right front tire is dead. I'm just going to put that out there, but I don't think tire wear actually means anything with the settings I have. I have no idea, I didn't check, so. Anyway. We are now officially a lap behind. We were actually on the lead lap, but now we're officially a lap behind. So that's sad. I would love to have finished on the lead lap at least, but oh well. Oh well, we can at least finish. That's more than I thought I would say. So hopefully we can still get a good prediction out of this. I have no clue if I can actually figure out who's driving what car. Alright, going to take 2 to go here. We're actually kind of catching this guy in front. Kind of. Not really, actually. Never mind. Ignore that statement. It's so dirty here in turn 1. You can see all the dust, and that's what I spun out on, so I'm going to blame the track and not and not throwing out cautions for debris. That's what we're going to blame it on. I mean, they clearly should have thrown the caution for debris in order to avoid the flippage that happened there, but whatever. Whatever. Is the race actually going to end here because I'm a lap down? So this actually might be it. Is it? It is. Alright. I would really love for you to tell me who Ralph Humrich is. Okay, so Humrich, Dorst, and Thornton is who we need to look for here. View replay, please. I would like to skip ahead if at all possible. Oh boy, yeah, ignore the loud noises for a little while. Okay, yep. Okay, well actually, what? We can just do this now. No. That, yeah. Who is this guy? Okay. Ed Jones! Ed Jones is going to be your Indianapolis 500 winner, everybody. That is who our prediction is, apparently. 63 car of Ed Jones. Of Ed Carpenter and Scooter... oh my god, I can't say it. Scooter Corsa. Whatever. Okay, can I just skip to like a different lap? That would be so fabulous if I could. No, clearly I cannot. Well, wait. No. Okay, who finished second? So it's Humrich and then Dorst. Who is Dorst? Pause. Okay, so it's Ed Jones and... come on. Who are we focused on? We are focused on Ed Jones, Ed Carpenter, so we have a double Ed and Ed, as our top two, and then Thornton. What did I just press? Okay, ignore that for a second. Thornton. Oh, I could just look at this paint scheme. Alright, so we have Ed Jones, Ed Carpenter, and Graham Rahal are your podium for the 2019 Indianapolis 500. So we got Pierre Gasly and Ed Jones as our two predictions. Who's our NASCAR prediction going to be? Find out tomorrow when we do a 25% race on NASCAR Heat 3 in the 2019 update at the Coke 600 at Charlotte. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.